Hi, beautiful souls. Okay, if you are doing everything you can to rise and shine, and what I mean by that is getting into touch with what happiness is to you, if that's the case, tell me if you're experiencing challenge after challenge to see if you can hold this vibration. I know that that's what the universe is doing. It just keeps sending challenges to say, like, are you gonna be knocked down, or are you gonna be able to know? And when I say no, I mean an unwavering faith. There's an unwavering faith in me where I just know that I am protected, I am guided, and if you want to get to this place, it starts with understanding that you're a soul. You're not your identity. You're not your name, you're not your career, you're not any of it, any of what you've identified with. Let it go and just realize that you're a soul, you're having a human experience, and everything you're experiencing, you know it's teaching you lessons. We're all feeling that, right? You get all of these things happen that make you feel different things, all these different emotions. And here's what's wrong. In school, they never taught us anything more than like happy, mad, sad. Those are 3 things, and 2 of them are negative. And they never touched happy. It was just like, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. But what makes you happy to make you want to clap your hands? They didn't touch that in school, so you've got to follow someone, read the books, seek it out. It's the only way, and that's something I have always done. If you're someone who went through school, always like, why am I here? Like, I used to be the kid in class going like, why am I learning this? Because it doesn't resonate with me. I don't really know how I'm going to use this in my life. And so I always was very, very, like, I donkey kicked everything and went, I'm going to just see if this works for me. And I think that's because I always knew I was a soul. Beautiful butterfly just went by. The butterfly. So here's what's happening for so many people. You might feel like you want to be in a cocoon. I call it turning the world off. When I manifested this cabin, that's what it was for me. I turned the world off. And I got back in touch with nature, back in touch with my soul, back in touch with who I am, questioned everything that I believed. Was like, where did I even get that from? And do I want to hang on to that belief now and do things in that way? And I'm having another transformation I feel everyone is also having, like this sense of purging. It's time to let everything go, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. If it doesn't serve you anymore, it's time to let it go. Just because that's the way it is for the past 20 years, every day it is, just because you say it is, you can stop the rain. Only you can stop the rain. Those are lyrics from DMX. I always have a quote, I have a song, I have a jingle, I have something that's going to always bring me back to the resonance, to the vibration, to the mindset that I want to hold. I don't want to let anything in this world, the 3D world, because we're perceiving everything. We're choosing how we perceive it. Please know that. This is so interesting to me. You can be going for a drive with someone. You're on the same road. You think you're looking at the same things, but I could point out something over here, and if you're looking over there, we're not seeing the same thing, even though you might think you're having the same experience. You're not. Watch a movie with someone. Your interpretation, your whatever it is that you take away from it, it's going to be different. We don't see the world the same as anyone else. And society did such a good job putting us in school, making us feel like you have to fit into this grade, into this category, and fit in. No. That was the conditioning they wanted for us, so that we would never really truly identify our soul, what we really want, and not fall for the script. Is this making sense? I hope so, because I need everyone to please awaken and know that as you're shifting, You're going to constantly get these challenges that try to make you question your new beliefs. But that's just the old stuff trying to fall away. And you got to catch it and be like, no, that's an old thought. And you're gone. You're done. I love being like, you're done. You delete, cancel, clear. No more of it. No more of anything that's going to hold you back. It's only you that can make these decisions. And it has to be every moment. Don't think that being positive means that you don't have negative things happen or negative thoughts happen. It's about catching them and transforming them into the new vibration you're working at. I've also learned that this is like quantum physics now. They're taking it to another level, explaining, and I knew this from psychology, that we have pathways in our brain that are developed by like 5-6 years old that can be fundamental, and then everything else kind of like scaffolds on that. Now, if we're a direct result of all of our conditioning, then it's up to us to recreate a new pathway. And you do that by catching it. And every time you catch it, you're creating one more step on that pathway into the synapses. Everything clicks. And you're like, I'm done with doing that. And you're able to let things go. But it's work, because you have to take the time, make the time, stay still. Turn the world off. Turn your gadgets off. Why they've got everyone addicted to all of this is because how can you feel and think for yourself if you're always being influenced by something? Remember that your subconscious mind doesn't care if you actually are living it or not. A picture, somebody says something, every time you scroll, all those ads going in, programming. And you have to know this. If you know that, then you can be so much more conscious and in control of your choices. What are you clicking on? Like, please, again, if you're not following me, please do, because where I'm coming from is a place where I never had a TV. These gadgets are very new to me in the last 5 years. I've just been told by the angels to get online and share. So I want to inspire everyone to do the same. And I get online only for a purpose, a very conscious purpose. I'm like, I'm going to get on and create. I'm going to get on and look up a specific book, a motivational something, inspiration. Like, it's intentional. How is this going to serve me? I always stop and ask, like, is this going to serve me if I consume this in any way? And that's with my mind. That's that's with what I'm going to eat. It's everything. Please know that this is everything. We have the choice, but they've got us in habits. Do you know what a habit is? 7 to 21 times. If you repeat something, it's going to classically condition you into a habit where it's going to feel weird if you don't do it. I'll give you an example. So you start a new job. The first couple of days are awkward. By the third day, notice you're adapting. We're very, very adaptable, and we're very habitual. So then by the 7th day, notice by the first week, you're like fallen into the habit. And now it's become conditioned. So then you think that that's comfortable because now you know what to expect, and there's, but what that does is kind of decays you. It kind of stops you from growing, because now all you're doing is the same thing over and over and being like, why am I not happy? Because we never even took the time to find out what happy is. So I suggest it. I really suggest discovering what happy is to you. And it's going to change. Here's the wonderful thing. Don't expect that you're going to have one thought, you're going to achieve it, and that's going to be, like, you don't have one mountain, you climb it, you get to the top, and that's it. Once you teach yourself how to climb to the mountain and reach the top, you then train yourself like, I want to climb that one too. Hey, I'm going to do that too. Because that's where I'm at. I've like climbed so many mountains, get to the top, and then like, I'm just going to let it all go and climb the next one. That's growing. That's feeling alive. It's every time you push yourself past the fear, past all those beliefs and conditioning, push yourself past anything that's holding you back from, you just want to do something, do it. It only takes the first step. You just have to take the first step. And so I'll use the example of how when I got on here. I never touched a screen, okay? And so when the angels told me to get online, I was like, how? I don't even have a clue. Of course I didn't have a clue, but that didn't stop me. I got on and I went to YouTube and I said, how do I make a Facebook page? How do I make a YouTube? How do I create whatever it is? And guess what? I got the answer. And then I, every single day, took more action, tried again, created something else, and realized, hey, I could do this. And every day I just learned more, and it gave me like a purpose and a new, and every time you do something and you're successful at it, you're like, oh, I just figured this out. Maybe I could try something else. And now I'm a published author. Like, how did I do that? One step at a time. I didn't expect that I was gonna know it the first second. I understood that it's like a child learning to walk. They're gonna fall down, but they're gonna get back up. And every time they try, they're learning more. And the same for riding a bike. The first time you ever rode a bike, did you fall down? I did, plenty of times. Lots of scratches and cuts and different things on me to prove that I fell down and got back up. So do you. So do you have the ability to do anything that you put your mind to. We've just been too conditioned to think, do something that's safe, don't take the chance. That's the manipulation to try and get us to not listen to our soul and what we really, really want in life. And so here is what's really, okay, this is so exciting now. Because here I am, this is my Zen sanctuary. Like, I manifested this. I put a vision board. I wanted to be surrounded in the trees like this. Like, it's so fantastic. I wanted to be surrounded in the trees. I just wanted like 3 little like bedrooms so I could have a music room and a guest room, and I could have my own room that has nothing but a bed. I wanted a place where my bedroom was just to sleep. No other energetic distractions. No gadgets, not like a lamp. That's it. I even made a separate room for my closet. It's just a bed. And the sleeps were profound because we're, again, not aware that everything is energy. And they're taught us to collect stuff. And so the more things you have around you, that's a lot of energy around you that's affecting your mood, whether you know it or not. And that's really important to be aware of too. So this Zen sanctuary then healed me and brought me to a new level. And it's like, now I'm questioning, well, I have some choices. Like, I can stay here and call this my life and work just to own this, turn it into a business, or I can just let it go. And it's like, well, how about I just go on an adventure and see where life takes me? And if it's right, either way, it's like, que sera, sera, whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see, que sera, sera. That's where I'm at. I have no idea what the future is going to hold, but I'm going to take the risk and I'm going to go and have an adventure and see where life takes me, because I am so not okay at this point with, I had to question all my beliefs again. Is it smarter for me to just go to work to own the house? They then keep you, once you own a house, then you're stuck in that bubble. Now I can only work around here because I have a house, and that keeps me here. Doesn't allow me to really go and do a whole lot of other things because I always have something to invest in the house. And it's like, well, what do you want anything more out of life? Would I rather collect moments and experiences instead of things? Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm at a place now where home, I knew, is always where my heart is. Doesn't matter, as long as you have your basic essentials. Really, what else do you need? What are we all desiring when we think we want the lottery? Is freedom. And yet everything that they have taught us to believe is safe takes away that freedom. That's, well, for me, I personally would rather be able to just go. And even upon reflection, like no regrets. I love everything about my life and every step along the way. But I'm realizing that, just renting in essence allows you at any point to like, oh, I'm going to go take a new job wherever. And you just go get a new place to live and create and all you need are your basic essentials. So you get all of those set up again and there you go. And it's like, now I'm like, oh, box truck conversion, even just having a tiny home. Really, what do you want? And what do we use? Like I always wanted to go into, and I have actually, because I did real estate and such, but going into people's huge mansions and asking them like, how much of this do you really use? Nobody really uses more than about 1,500 to 2,000 square feet, which is not big. You could even serve, like, it's usually the kitchen, the living room, your bed. Like, what do you really use? All this extra space. We've been conditioned again too to be like, to kind of show it off. It's that ego attachment again. It's what I was saying at the beginning, where you're not your identity. You're not your name, your career, your things. Like, that doesn't identify who you are or give you any relevance in the big picture. It doesn't matter. What matters is if you're happy, and happy is when you're allowed to have experiences, when you feel like you can make the decisions that are going to provide you the experiences that are going to give you the happiness. It's not things, it's more, it has to be experiences in essence. Like, even if it's just around where you are, if you go down a new street, if you take the same street to work every day, try a new street. Even just that is a little bit of change that then gives your soul like, oh, something new, because this conditioning of making us feel like, do the same thing over and over again, expecting different results, is absolute insanity. And we know that. We just don't know how to change it. So I hope that something I'm sharing today is going to resonate and is going to motivate and is going to inspire, might educate, plant a seed. That's all I want to do. And that's why I'm on here, because I know that we're all at this shift. We're at this beautiful place in our life where we know we want something. So just allow yourself to turn the world off and discover what that is. And then know that it's only one baby step at a time. And before you know it, you have climbed the mountain and you'll be at the top and you'll have convinced yourself, I got this. Because you do, you got this. It's just changing your mind, changing your thoughts, changing your perception, beliefs, habits, one step at a time. 7 to 21 times. 7 to 21 times. Mind you, for my self-worth and all those different layers of the onion, I call it, took about 6 months to some of them 3 years to change my the affirmations within me so that I could believe them. So many affirmations at the beginning feel like lies. But it's, again, you're creating the new pathway over and over and over again, creating that pathway until it clicks, the synapses happens. Then it's no longer just a new thought and a new belief and a new habit. It's conditioned into you now in a new way, which is just you. The same way that right now you might be feeling like, meh, meh. That's not you. It's conditioned. So flip it the other way, and then you'll condition yourself, and you'll be like, yeah, I like this new me. I like this new me that knows exactly what I want and goes for it. And goes for it. One of my favorite quotes is always, there's those that know the rules and follow them, good and well. There's those that know the rules and know when to break them. And we're at a place in our lives where we need to start on all aspects looking at what rules are you governing yourself with that you need to break. Does that make sense? I'm sending so much love and light to all of us as we're rising, we're shining, we're shifting every one moment at a time. If you're making these shifts, you're helping the collective consciousness. So please just take the time, make the time, you're worth it. I love you. I love every single soul. I always have. I've never judged anyone. I've always just seeked to understand, who are you, beautiful soul? What has life given you to create your perception of reality, and how can we make it better? That's what I'm here for. So please don't hesitate to join me. Subscribe. You can join the Soul Tribe. I just got to the point where I have allowed to have memberships and superstar things. And thank you to all of you who have joined me and gave me stickers and donations and support. Together is how we rise. I'm on here because I know that I'm not necessarily going to find the right ones within this little bubble. I've got to try and reach the world because we're all out there feeling alone, and you're not alone. Together we rise. So join me. I'm heart hugging you, sending you so much love and light. We got this. You got this. Much love. Love, 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 love. I love you.